Okay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started. I would just like to thank you all for coming to tonight's class. I think that you really will like the outcome of this project, and what we're actually creating here tonight is a fun altered bottle that I just had actually here at the house, but you could do anything. You could go to Hobby Lobby, or you could use barbecue bottles, you could use ketchup bottles, you could use mason jars, you can use probably about anything, champagne bottles, wine bottles, anything like that that you would like to use to alter. What I have right here in front of me is the paper that I'm going to be using on my bottle, and this paper and this sticker sheet also is in the October House Calls kit that we have. And this kit this month is called Toxic Spellbook, which I absolutely am in love with because, as you all know, I love skulls and I love Halloween. So anyway, so these are just kind of the papers that we're using. We have Graphic 45 for most of it, and we have some authentic papers also. We also will be using some crinkle ribbon by 3 Girl Jam that we have, and we will be using some of our exclusive flair that we have that is designed by our very own Britt Bass, and we are super excited about that. However, we are missing one of the flare buttons. How did I miss that? There we go. There's the other flare button because you get 6 buttons. All right. Now, I know for this class I scheduled out an hour and a half, but what I did is I did some of the prep work beforehand so you would not be here all night long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this fun paper just right like this and just kind of set it to the side. And what I would like to show you first off is I would like to show you a bottle. Now this bottle right here is just a bottle that I have. And what I did is I scraped the label. I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit closer. I scraped the label off the front and the back of this bottle. And I really like this bottle because if you can see in the right light, you've got the grooves and you've got the nice decoration on this bottle. So I really like the look of this bottle. Thank you, Nikki. Look how cute. These are my nails, ladies, that I had done for the Pink concert that was postponed, but she's going to be here on Tuesday, and I am so excited. So there will be no show on Tuesday because Pink changed her show from last Thursday to Tuesday. So, but thank you for the compliment on my nails. Now, a quick trick on what I did in order to get the sticker off and leave a nice clean surface is you can put this bottle in the dishwasher and it will come off that way, or you can put it in some hot soapy water. But if you don't have the time or the patience and you're like me and you do not want to let it sit, I have this stuff. Actually, my husband had this stuff, and it is called Goof Off, and it's a lot like Gooby Gone, but it's just in a spray. You just give it a little shake. Make sure that you do it in a ventilated area because, you know, it is a spray and it's professional strength, it says. So make sure you do it in a nice ventilated area. And then what I did was I took my scraper that I have here, and I just took it and I just scraped the stuff off. Now you only have to leave it on for just a couple of minutes, and then you can scrape it off and it comes off nice and clear. It does leave a little bit of an oily afterfeel, so you want to make sure that you take some paper towels and wipe it off before you do the next step. So after you've cleaned your bottle and you've scraped off the label and everything, you are ready for step 2. Okay, Step two is very easy. Now, a lot of people just paint the glass bottle this way. However, I don't like doing that because sometimes it leaves it see-through, it doesn't give it a nice clear coat, and you have to put coat after coat after coat on it. So what I used was some frosted glass, and I sprayed this outside and let it dry, and this I did do a couple of coats on, and so I sprayed and sprayed the frosted glass to create the next look. Now I am going to move this and I'm going to spray the frosted glass for you, but I have another bottle that we are actually going to alter, so you do not have to wait for this actual stuff to dry. So I am going to just clear my table just a little bit, and I'm going to put down a large piece of paper so I don't get any of it on my mat. Now this is probably something that you would want to do outside, but I just would like to show you what the look is and the reason behind the frosted glass. So I'm just going to just do a couple small little sprays. Now you're not going to see the result right away because it does take a couple coats, but I want you to see what it does look like and the difference and the reason behind doing that. So now that I've sprayed that, I'm going to take this just off my table, and I'm just going to set it down so it will dry, and we're going to move to the next step. Okay? Okay, so now that is done, what we're going to do is you have your bottle, and next you're going to just use some black spray paint. Now what I did is I took this outside and I just used a nice flat paint. It's a semi-gloss, so not high gloss, but not flat. But I like the look that came out. It's not super shiny. It does still have the dull look to it. And so I just used a regular black spray paint over the top. And what I did is I used 2 coats on this. So I went ahead and already did that for us. And this is a little bit bigger of a bottle that we're going to be using. But I really like the shape and the style of this bottle. So, does anyone have any questions so far on how to create this look from a regular just glass bottle? So you'll need frosted glass, and you are going to need some semi-gloss black spray paint. Okay. This is a glass bottle. Yes, and I painted it black. But you see, that's what's nice about doing the frost, because the frosts it and gives it a nice frosty look before you paint it. So it actually fills in the glass for you. Okay, but it is, hear that, it is glass. Okay, all right, next what I did is, again, for time purposes and for all of you, what I've done is I took a piece of the pattern paper, and what I did is I laid the pattern piece of paper down, And I took a pencil, and if you have a little tool that has a little roller ball on it, something like this, you can do that. But I actually just kind of went around this area so I could get the right look and shape for that insert of my bottle. So I wasn't guessing on measurements. Okay, and so what that did is it went, and this with pattern paper it's a little bit tricky, but it gave it an indent on how to cut and where to cut. So I have already done that for us. So I've traced it and I've actually cut it out, and that is what we get. We get this nice shape here. Okay, let's see. Teresa, the scrapbooking queen, is here. Welcome, welcome, sweet Teresa. We're so excited to have you here at the lounge. I don't know if any more of my designers are here or not, but since Teresa is here, Teresa, you can share your blog links and your store links with everyone to let them know what you have to offer. Teresa has some awesome scrapbooking products that she has available that she sells, and so she will be posting those. Teresa, just make sure that you post it without the HTTP. You just do the www because it will come across that way better. So if any of my other design team ladies are here, I am super excited to see you all. Okay, back to what we were doing. So I've taken this, and it's a little rough around the edges, but that's okay. That's what I wanted. Now I'm going to go ahead and just take some brown ink from my fancy Ever So favorite that I use every single time. We Are Memory Keepers Distress ink. Now, with this, I like to just kind of go over the whole thing with my ink pad. I'm going to set this bottle over a little bit. Now, this one is a little bit dry, so I'm going to quickly just grab my re-inking ink. And I'm going to give it a little bit more ink. Real quick. Okay, let's see, maybe I won't. I cannot seem to locate, there it is, right in front of my face. My ink, and I have another fancy little tool that I'm going to be using. But I am just using the chalk box, and it's the Chestnut Roan refill, and it seems to work perfect. With the same color as we are. So I'm just going to take it and just put a couple little drops. Now it's going to be really, really rich for the first little bit, so you're going to want to take a scratch piece of paper or something that you have lying around. Paper towel would work, and just daub off the ink a little bit so it's not, you don't want it to ruin your project by making it too rich. So I'm just going to kind of get rid of a little of the excess. Okay, you guys are laughing at my bottle. I didn't want to offend, and I do not want to offend anyone, but it is a Royal Crown bottle. Both of those are that I showed you. But like I said, I bought a bottle of barbecue sauce today, and it had some cool designs on it that I thought, hey, this actually would work pretty cool for a altered bottle. So, okay. So now what we're going to do is, since we inked that, this is all dry. We know that it fits perfectly in our little area. So we're just going to go ahead and get some Mod Podge. And let's see. Teresa, how did we create the effect of the bottle? For those of you that are just joining us, first I sprayed it with frosted glass, and then I sprayed it with a semi-gloss black spray paint. Okay. All right, now we're just going to pour a little bit of Mod Podge in my flower. These little flowers make things so nice to pour your paints or your Mod Podge or anything in. I really, really like it. I think I got it way cheap at like Hobby Lobby for, I don't know, like $4, maybe $5 with my coupon. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just taking it, and I only want to do the inside here. And you're just going to want to put enough Mod Podge on it that it's going to adhere to the bottle. Now I'm also going to paint the back of the paper to give it a little bit more of a stick. I'm going to just do it double time here. And then I will make sure that I come back and wipe my mat off because I don't want to get my bottle all gooped up. Okay. It's just going to fit in there just nice. Now Mod Podge does dry clear, so it's okay if you get a little bit out. And then you're just going to want to take it and just smooth. I am lucky because I have fingernails that can go around the edges. You can take any type of a tool and go back around to make sure that you're within where you need to be. Let's see. Now you're going to want to make sure that you get all the bubbles out. I'm just going to push this little stylus down to make sure that I've got it all the way around the corners. Okay. Just working the excess Mod Podge out. Okay. All right. Okay, next we are going to take our paper from Authentique that came in our kit, and actually we're going to use the spider ribbon in just one moment. I forgot to pull out one more sheet of Authentique paper that we used. I apologize. Let me pull that out quickly. It is actually this piece here that came in the kit as well, with all of these fun little cutouts on it. Now what I've done is I've taken this one right here in the corner, and I have cut it out exactly around the edge. So first I just cut the square piece out, and then I took and fussy cutted around the edge where I have this. Now those of you that already have the kit, this piece is the back of the black and white chevron, just in case you were wondering. For those of you that do not have the kit but maybe have this paper or want to get this paper, this particular piece is called Thrilling. It's the Thrilling line, excuse me, from Authentique, and this actual piece is called Forewarn. So just so you know. Okay, so I've done that and I've taken it, and what we're going to do is now we're going to ink this piece, and then we're going to Mod Podge that onto our bottle. Now I'm just going over lightly the whole piece here to give it a little bit of a warm look. Now, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can keep it nice and clean, or you can do it but just with a little bit less. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and take the Mod Podge one more time, and we're going to paint the back of this piece here. Now you want to make sure that you use a really heavy type of a glue for your type of project like this if you do not use Mod Podge. Mod Podge is my friend. I like Mod Podge. Because sometimes I tend to make a mistake and I don't always have the best looking, the best eye, and I mess up, so I have to take it off or redo or something like that. So we're just going to go ahead and line this up here and just press this down the same way that we did the other. Now I'm going to tell you a trick. Many of you probably already know if you have watched my Altered Boot class that I did. If you do not have an area for a label like this particular bottle does, has an in groove, and you want your paper to form around the bottle, and you use Mod Podge but it keeps popping up, a good trick is to get a small bowl of water and put your paper in the water for a minute just to kind of loosen up the fibers and get it a little bit wet, and then turn it over and paint it with your Mod Podge and then put it on and form. Yes, it does take a little bit longer to dry, but it will form perfectly to whatever you're wanting to form to, and it works nice, very nicely. Okay, so a question I see is, why did I use the frosted glass before I used a semi-gloss black spray paint? And the reason that I did this is because if you just use a spray paint to cover the glass, it takes more than just a couple coats, for one, and for two, it doesn't give you the same nice chalk matte look in the bottle as if it would if you were to just do the spray paint. It takes a little bit longer for it to come out looking like this. It will eventually come out looking like this. You just have to use more coats. So that is why I did that. Okay, you don't want it stripy either. Okay, so we've done that part, and now we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the back, because on this particular bottle it has a spot for the label here. And as you can tell, I am a spaz, and I did not use my trick that I told you of the goof off, this goof off here, to peel off my label. And so I was lazy and I didn't do that because I knew I was covering it up, but now I wish I had. So you're going to see a little yuck right through here, which if it doesn't bother some of you, then you can just go ahead and just cover it right up and you don't have to worry about it. But some of you, it will drive crazy. I have a sweet friend, Midge, Toxic Scrap and Midge, that kind of a thing would drive her absolutely nuts. And so anyway, just so that is available if you want to use that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take the I'm going to go ahead and take another piece of Graphic 45 paper, and it has some polka dots on one side, and it has just some fun other cute little things on the other. I'm just trying to measure here to see. I think we're going to put that clock back there, some more fussy cutting, and we're going to go ahead and use a piece from that particular piece of paper. So I'm just going to grab some paper, and we're going to use the opposite side. So here's that cap paper that I was talking about. We're going to actually use the opposite side for this piece here. So this is where your scraps are going to come in handy. Okay, so I'm just going to use my trusty little tool again. To go around. And just pushing it down. Now I'm sure that there's a little bit easier of a way, but this way is the way that I found the easiest for me. So that is the way that I'm doing it. And it gives a little bit of a raised indentation there. Okay. Now if you like the torn look, what I did the very first time that I did it is I took my pencil and I did push hard to the lines, to get the exact, and it kind of tore the paper a little bit as I did that. But as you can see this way, you can see exactly where you're cutting. It just is up to you on which type of a technique you would like to use. Okay. And when you do it, you don't even need to even cut. It almost takes the paper right for you because you've gone around and around it. Okay, it may not be perfect. Let's see. We're pretty darn close. We're over on this side just a tiny bit, so I'm going to do it one more time. There we go. Okay. Perfect. We're fitting right there in those grooves. And so we're going to go ahead and ink this up. Now because this one did not take on the same type of rip effect that the other one did. I'm going to show you a little tool that I have that does that for me that I actually really, really like. So we're going to go ahead and ink that. Now let me show you. This is a fun little tool. Now I know several different companies make it, and mine is by Making Memories, and it has a little bit of a razor blade inside, right up in there. And so what I do is I take it and I just kind of shave, and it just kind of gives it a little bit of a rougher edge, but it doesn't take too much. Okay, and you can do it just in areas, or you can do it all the way around. You have to be careful with how much pressure you do put on it, because it will rip your paper, but it does give it a nice, fun look. I've had this for, years, and I use it a lot when I want to distress. So, okay, now I want to take my distress and just kind of go back over it just a little bit. Get the excess paper off. Okay, perfect. Now we are ready to Mod Podge again. Again, I'm going to just paint the inside here of this square, or this rectangle. And we're going to go ahead and paint the back side of our piece again of paper. We're going to go ahead and press that down. Okay, are there any questions so far? We've got that on there nice and neat looking, nice and pressed down. I may cut that clock out, but I'm not quite sure. I believe our sticker sheet may have a nice fine altered clock that we may use instead of the fussy cutting. Make it a little bit faster. So I'm going to just take a baby wipe really quickly and wipe off my mat so I don't get things that yucky that I don't want yucky. All right, who here loves the dollar store? I know I do. Our dollar store here is called the Dollar Tree, but I know that there are several different dollar stores around. I love my dollar store. Let's see, Teresa, you're killing me. Yep, I always have baby wipes on hand because I try to clean up my area as I go. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and just get a paper towel and wipe off the mat to dry so it's done. Okay, I'll go back in and scrub my mat later. Perfect. So many of you do have the Dollar Tree. Now, I just would like to show you a couple things that I picked up at the dollar store that I thought would be super fun to use on this bottle. Now, Christmas is coming, and you know, if you've been in Hobby Lobby, Christmas started coming in July, And but at the Dollar Tree, it just barely started coming in. And I found these at the Dollar Tree, just on an end cap. And it did come with 3 of them, but if some of you can remember, I put one on the spell book last week. So I thought these would be really quite pretty to use on the bottle. I got those from the Dollar Tree. How about some spooky, scary spiders? Got this in a cute little web at the Dollar Tree with a couple of others. I got this kind of creepy, crazy looking rat guy. Now, mind you, a couple of these came in packs, so I didn't just get one rat for $1. I did get a couple. I did get a couple of spiders. I did get this crazy, fun skeleton guy there. It came with, I believe, 6 of them on a little pack, so I got those. I did use those in my altered bottle that we did last week. And so I love the dollar store. So anyway, those are a couple fun little embellishments that we're going to be using to decorate the jar. Besides the elements and different embellishments that came in this month's kit. Okay, so first off, we need to decide what we want to go with as far as the look of our bottle. Now, I know we already have a lot of black, but because it is Halloween, I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on. I left the lid gold because I really liked the gold look with the black bottle, so I didn't touch the lid. But I have some black lace that we're going to wrap around the neck of the bottle and give it a little bit of a soft look. This bottle is so pretty that I have a hard time altering it too much because it does have so many different elements already on it. So just kind of playing for just a minute to see what I really would like to do. I have some really fun black flowers on a ribbon. Okay. And I really like the look of that right there, so I'm going to cut those flowers. So first I'm just going to see how many I'm going to need. And we're going to just cut. Now I really like these flowers because you can cut them individually or you can use it as a ribbon. And so I absolutely love these little guys. So I think we're going to just soften it up a little bit with a strip. Now I've got my heat gun already going. I just want to double check where I want it there. Lift it up. And just kidding, I need a glue stick. That would be important. Brilliant, Madge, brilliant. Okay. Now, some of you may not use hot glue. I like hot glue. Hot glue is my friend. But there are different other adhesives that you can use out there to get the same look. For my altered projects, I really like a heat gun. Use my gold blending on the side. I actually have my gold out, and I was actually thinking about doing that. It's right here, my little rub and buff. So you know what? Let's do that now before we start adding a little bit too much and not be able to get there. Let me get my trusty old gloves out, especially because I have my nails for my Pink concert done. I don't want to make my nail lady angry at me. So let me put on my gloves real fast. Let's see. All right, let me clean it out real fast. Again, you guys, with your rub and buff, try really hard not to lose the cap like I did, because it kind of is a pain and you lose a little bit of it. Okay, I'm going to squirt a little bit here on my finger. I'm going to just rub it in on my finger a little bit. Ooh, that's picking up the gold beautifully. Yes. Great, great idea. Very nice, Pam. Thank you for that idea. I actually had it out, but I was a little bit nervous to see how it would look. But you know what? Never be too scared to try. Because you know what? I think in the long run, you're going to love what you've done. So that's perfect. We're going to need a little bit more because we're going to do it along the back end. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Can you guys see that? That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Just want to kind of keep it blending all the way around. So we're going to set that there. I'm going to just get a tiny bit more. Ooh, that's beautiful. I love how that turned out. Very nice. And you know what? It rubs, you guys, on the glass. It actually rubs on very smooth. Very smooth. Can you guys all see that? Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm actually going to do it to the top too, ladies. I really like the black coming through that, so I'm gonna do that to the front of the bottle as well, picking up those grooves. This is a Crown Royale bottle that I'm using. This is a larger size bottle, but you know, any beautiful bottle. I mean, you could go to the thrift shop and pick up some super inexpensive vases or anything like that would be just beautiful as well. So this is a larger Crown bottle that we had, and I am just using that because I really liked the detail on this bottle. No, we're going to blend it all the way around. It kind of looks funny just doing a two-toned. So, just gonna... I'm just working it all the way around the bottle, ladies. Now remember, a little bit goes a long way. And we don't want to actually cover up all the black. We just want to blend it all in so it all comes together very beautifully. How are we looking so far, ladies? Crafters. Looking good, looking good. Okay, and I'm going to just use a tiny, tiny bit more around the top and the neck here to blend it all together. I would love to see any altered bottle that you guys create, whether it's for Halloween or Christmas or just some home decor. Sorry, I keep wheeling that around and around and lose it out of the screening area. Love, love, love. Geez, ladies, what's to say? Honestly, you know, you could really and truly just add a couple small little things here and be done to that bottle. You wouldn't really have to do too much. That picked it up so beautifully. Okay, so now what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to turn this around. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of play for just a minute on some things on the bottle and see what we think. I have also some little teeny baby spiders that I thought would be super cute. I have 3 little babies that I thought would be cute, maybe going up the bottle. And then we also have some flowers to make it a little more feminine. But what I think I'm going to do on those is we're going to bring out the orange in those. So we're going to use our ink spritz that I have. I've got 3 of those little flowers. And I also have some straight pins. And I have some super fun bling jewels that we're going to play with. But I'm really just liking this gold. Oh my goodness. I'm going to stand this up for just a moment so I can see I'm not loving this white beading, but maybe I'm just going to wrap this around quickly to see the possibility. Okay. I like that. Ooh, but I really also like the look of this. If it will let me look at it that way. The strand is a little bit long, but I want it long so I know what I'm doing here. Are you guys liking this blingy one better than the cream one? I think I'm liking that one too. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue gun and we're going to just go around the bottle a little bit. Put that back on its charger for a second so it can heat back up. We're going to just go ahead and adhere all the way around. The bottle. You know, you could alcohol ink these, Angela. You know what is horrible of me? I do not have any alcohol inks. Can you believe that? I know, kind of crazy. I know, scratch and match. Get your crap together. I know that's what you're thinking. Okay, and we're almost done here. We meet right up where we need to. How groovy is that? I just need to put a little teeny bit of glue right there at the end. Just glue that last bead down. Okay. Can you guys see that okay? I'm actually really liking that. That actually added a little bit of bling. Speaking of bling, Angela Holt has some new bling coming to her shop. So you are going to want to check into that and order some before it's too late. She does sell out fairly quickly, so you want to try to get to that quick. Okay, now this spider web is a little bit big, and so my thoughts are to cutting it down just a tad to see what it looks like. So it fits just a little bit better on this bottle. I don't want to overpower the gold on this bottle. It's so pretty. I love it. The Rub and Buff dries really quickly actually. Like it's dry now. It's not coming off. So you will do great with that. I'm going to put these little spiders on because I love the look of these little guys crawling. I think I'm going to do a couple on the bottle, like they're crawling up onto the bottle. Like that. And these little guys are just little teeny tiny. So they only need a little bit of glue. I might not even use the spider with the web. I may use, I have a mama spider right here that I may use instead. Okay, but I don't know, we'll see. I believe it needs a little lace around the neck of the bottle. Really like that look there. Now this is some lace that I just had sitting in my stash, you guys, so you can do whatever, you know, you can use whatever you would like. I have lace, I have just all sorts of ribbons and fibers and different things like that that you can use as well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stand this up so I can, actually I'm gonna lay it right there on its side and start right here on its back side. What in the world? Okay, maybe not. My heat gun just turned off, so give it just a second. So while that's heating up, who is ready for a prize? I am super, super, super excited about this prize. Who's excited? Who's excited? Whoop, whoop. Who's excited? Sweet. Okay. Now, many of you know last week I shared with you some glitter that I had available in my Scrap and Madge's Scrap and Lounge shop. And I showed them to you last week. I had these beautiful glitter bottles here. One is gold and one is red and green flecked. And that is what's up for grabs tonight for our prize. I'm super excited about it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to write down a number from 1 to 100. Now you guys be thinking in your mind what number I may be choosing. Now remember, you only get one time to guess. You only can guess one time. And I'm going to write my number down right now. Okay, so I've written my number down, and this number is very special to me. So when I say go, I would like you guys to type in, you only can have one number. When I say go, I want you to go. On your mark, get set, go. While you guys are guessing your numbers, my heat gun is hot now, so I'm going to hurry and start gluing this on while you guys are guessing your numbers. Okay, stop. Has everybody had a chance to guess? Has everyone had it? Perfect. Okay, so I am going to show you my number. And the magic number is, let's see if I get to show this right, 18. 18. Now let me tell you about the magical number 18. It's not only a number that we always love to turn because we think we're all grown up and we get to move out of the house and too bad, so sad, you can't tell me what to do anymore. But I married my high school sweetheart when I was 18. So not only did I graduate from high school, but I got married to my high school sweetheart when I was 18 years old. So whoop whoop, who is our number? Who's our lucky number without going over? I would like to say that it is who? Help me out, peeps, help me out. Is it Cricket Chick? Cricket Chick, whoop whoop! Cricket Chick, she was lucky number 14. So she is the winner of our 2 bottles of glitter. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So Jen, make sure that you message me with your information. I may have it still, sweets, but just in case I don't, message me so I can get that to you. And I'm going to write your name down right here so I know to put it in the mailbox. Crazy about cricket. Perfect. Hot dog. Okay, sweet. So now it doesn't look as good to you as it does to me on camera. I can see that, but I'm going to try to lift it up so you can see It just adds a little bit around that. Oh, just kidding. Cricket Chick, Cricket Chick. You are our winner. I'm so sorry. I've got you all crazy. Julie. Julie, Julie, Julie. I will write your name down. I am so sorry. I'm all backwards. I'll make sure. Whoop, whoop. Just kidding. There we go. I've got it written down. Julie. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to kind of tip it on its side so you guys can see it. I don't think I'm going to use that wrap. He's not bending very well. Let's see. I'm just kind of playing around for a minute. He comes on here. He might have to be glued on like he's hanging off to the side. And I really like him on there. I will put him on and then I will show you and you guys can tell me what you think. Whether it's a go or a no. I kind of like how he looks though. Okay, I'm not going to tie him on all the way until I show you all what he looks like. I would just kind of glue him, his little head and his body, so he just kind of stayed right in that area. So he'll just kind of come off to the side like that, ladies. What are we thinking, crafters? Are we liking him? Do we let him hang? So just off to the side. So let's see if I can get him to hang like that. I like it too, Yoli. Perfect. Well, I think it's a go. Let's see. We may need some black string to hang him from. Let's see what I've got. Let's see what I have. I have some fun black ribbon. Maybe we can hang him from some black ribbon. Let's see. Trying to tie this around his neck. So let's see, try to tie that crinkle ribbon around his neck. And we'll wrap the bottle and tie a knot. I'm going to just tie a loose knot here because if I need to go back and retie him on after I glue him, then I will. But just so he hangs. That's too high. Let's see if I can get it a little bit lower. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue him on and then tie. That sounds like a better plan. Just going to glue right down the back of his spine. And then if I have to, I will glue down on his head. Okay. And tuck those underneath there. Are we liking the black ribbon? I don't know if you can see him very well. Turning that way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. In a minute, I'm going to fold this up so I can glue these how I want them. Now my ribbon's not quite long enough to tie, but that's okay because the lace will cover me gluing the ends down. Let's see. So let him sit there for a second. And probably, so his leg just doesn't fall back. I'm going to glue his leg down right there. Just put a little teeny bit of glue on his foot. So he's not just flopping all over the place. Okay. Now I really like the black flowers down there. I'm going to cut apart a couple and see if I like a couple just on loose on the bottle. I know I have those paper flowers, but I don't want to take away the look that we've achieved with the gold and the black and the lace. I think that is just so pretty. I don't want to take that away. I think I'm going to actually adhere some of these black flowers on the 3 Girl Jam black crinkle ribbon. We'll do 3 on one and 2 on the other, so we have the odd number 5. Now, the 3 Girl Jam ribbon, black, did come in this month's kit. We got black and an orange, and so that, along with the paper, does come in the kit. Cutting these little guys. Tedious, tedious, I say. We will use that big spider, yes. I know a lot of you are asking about the big spider. I'm going to try a couple more different placements to see exactly where I want it. I didn't use the floral ribbon on here because it gave it too many flowers. I just wanted to put a couple. So that's why I decided to cut my flowers. And we'll adhere 2 right here on this side. Again, to keep our numbers odd. We do not want an even number. So I know you're saying, well, you have 2 on one and 3 on the other, but that equals 5. So just in case you're wondering where I got my math skills. Okay. Can you guys see those flowers? Is it focusing? Okay. Perfect. Okay, now ladies, here's the dilemma. The dilemma is this. The big spider. Do we have a lot going on the front? Do we need to put the spider down here on the bottom? Do we need to cut the spider out of its web? Or do I place the Big Daddy spider back here, right here on the back? I'm kind of liking right back there on the back end. I think that that is a great spot for the Big Daddy spider. You guys don't like the one with the web? You like this little guy right here? Let's turn it over and let's see. Because maybe we could do both. We could put this spider on here and then that other spider on the back. Maybe we could have the mama spider up top. So we're thinking like over here. That's a good look. Like that. Okay. I hear a, it's go, it's a go. You guys are great. I actually love all of the interaction with tonight's class. You guys are fabulous. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, that looks awesome. Can you all see that? Okay. I'm really liking it a lot. Okay, crafty peeps. I think we only have a little bit more to go. I don't want to overdo it on this fabulous creation that we've made tonight. I don't know. I really don't know if I should put the big guy on the back too, or if that's too many spiders. I'm really liking one of these fun sayings here on the sticker sheet. I really like the eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat, and tongue of dog. I'm liking that a lot. So I think I'm actually going to go with this sticker on the back with that little frame around it, and I'm going to actually pop dot the saying up a little bit. I hope you guys have learned a little bit from tonight's class, and I really appreciate, again, like I said, really appreciate you guys sharing your input and helping me create this beautiful project. I cannot wait to see what you all create doing this technique. You can do this technique for anything. over and over and over. You can have a whole huge bottle collection if that's what you're going for. Yes, yes I can. Here is the Rub and Buff tube. Let's see if I can get it a little bit closer and clear. Okay, it's the Gold Leaf Rub and Buff. Bye, sweet Julie and Jen. Thank you so much for coming. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I really like that I put this on the back. I think it just kind of finishes the back end there. Okay. Perfect. All right, ladies, and you know what? I actually think I'm going to glue down his leg too, but I actually think that we're going to end on a good note here. I think that if I added anything else, it would really take away from our altered bottle, and I don't want to do that in any way, shape, or form. Yes, Teresa said they make tons of colors. They do. I actually just picked up a blue Rub and Buff that I'm really, really excited to use. It has a metallic to it. And I want to get the red and the green also to do some fun Christmas projects. So that is that. Okay. All right. So I just want to see, let me move all of this and take away my mat so you can see this without the distraction of the mat of the finished project. Let's see. Can you see that okay? I think it looks wonderful. We've got the little skeleton, the skeleton there. We've got a little bit of the bling going around, some fun floral ribbon. We used Mod Podge and some fun paper from Graphic 45, Steampunk Collection, and some paper from Authentique, their Thrilling Collection. We used some cheap dollar store fun little spiders, some 3-girl jam crinkle ribbon with some flowers on it, some lace here at the top, a funky, scary, spooky spider there. And then on the back we used some powdered paper, again from Graphic 45, Steampunk line, and some stickers, Eye of Newt and Toe of Frog, Wool of Bat, and Tongue of Dog. And that is what we've created tonight. And I just was wondering if there's any questions that I might be able to answer for you before I go. Are there any questions? Where am I planning on putting this? I actually am going to put this in my kitchen or my entryway. I have a shelf. I've kind of gone crazy for Halloween this year. I didn't mean to, but I am falling in love more and more with Halloween each year. So my husband teases me. He tells me I'm going to have as many Halloween bins as I do Christmas bins here soon. So that's kind of funny. But anyway, that is where I'm going to put it. All right, crafters, I hope that you enjoyed tonight's class. I do have a couple of kits up for grabs still for a one-time purchase on our show special. So I will get you the link, which is heartstringdesigns.com, and you can click into there, which will take it to your blog, or you can go into our Facebook page, House Calls by Scrap and Madge, and you can click on the shop button, and it will take you to all of our past kits. We actually have some sales on some of our previous kits for as little as $14.99, which is amazing. Our kits are jam-packed each month with fabulous, yummy goodness, and we have tons of inspiration. I have the most talented designers ever, and we have tons of inspiration on our Pinterest page, along with our blog and our Facebook and our YouTube channel. So anyway, I hope that you all have a great night. Remember, next week I will not be doing a class because I'm going to the fabulous Pink concert, but we will pick up in November. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me, and you all have a fabulous evening.